Hey guys, I am DC, your host of Barside Jive, and today is Tuesday, April 28th, 2020. Welcome to Barside Jive Live Home Edition. I'm so excited that you guys chose to hang out here with me in my home studio. This show happens at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time every Tuesday and features original singer-songwriters as well as some of the very best cover and tribute bands from sea to shining sea. You can now download my shows on Apple iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Spreaker, Google Play, TuneIn, and Deezer, or just anywhere where you find cool content. Barside Jive will be there. Also, if you are just now listening to us as a podcast and you want to see us, that would be me and my guest, both from our home studios. All you got to do is go to vocalnow.com, and remember, vocal is intentionally misspelled with a K. Vocalnow.com. And then click on the Barside Jive image in the Streaming Now area at the very top of your screen. Of course, all my content is on demand for your convenience, of course, on my YouTube channel at Barside Jive Live. Barside Jive is sponsored by the legendary Zoo.
The Zoo.
On Vocal.
That's right, guys. The world's best rock and can be streamed 24/7, 365 at, once again, vocalnow.com. Tonight, I have Junie Moon in the studio, but first... How an angry Moody Blues fan saved the band. The Moody Blues journey from waning pop group to groundbreaking prog rock artist began one night early in 1967 when an angry fan told them that they'd ruined his night. True story, guys. With the success of the 1964 single, Go Now, behind the band, the incident led to the new lineup of lead singer, songwriter, and guitarist Justin Hayward, songwriter, vocalist, and bass guitarist John Lodge, keyboardist Mike Pender, flautist, yes, flautist. That's a flute player, guys. It's a flute player. And vocalist Ray Thomas, and songwriter and drummer Graham Edge, re-examining their priorities and resulting in the success of their second album, Days of Future Past. He recalled how it all came to a head when we did a show in Stockton during March of 1967. We were so bad, a fan accosted us afterwards and told us we were the worst band that he'd ever seen, and we'd ruined the night for him and his wife, who'd paid £12 for a night out and had seen the dreadful Moody Blues. On the way back in the van, Graham, who was asleep lying over the equipment at the back, suddenly woke up and said quietly, "That guy was right. We are rubbish." It was the moment, it was one of those aha moments that we ditched the R&B covers, got rid of our Moody Blues suits, and decided to stand or fall by our own songs. That's right, guys. It's a good lesson here. What did we have to lose, they thought. Edge added that they adapted Hayward's folk influences and began to evolve a style that was much more in that vein. This change was supported by keyboardist Pender, who managed to secure a Mellotron, a precursor to the modern synth. I found out that the Dunlop factory in Birmingham, that would be in England, not Alabama, had a Mellotron that they'd bought for dances, but nobody there knew how to play it. The band's success found them touring the world in a customized private plane and enjoying all the trappings of fame and fortune, though Hayward remembered that they once encountered another angry fan, echoing the big moment in 1967. One guy in Texas spent weeks standing virtually naked on a street corner telling everyone we were the true messiahs and that we would ultimately save the world with our music, he said. Then he met us. He changed his mind and told everyone we were the false messiahs. You can't make that shit up. All right, well, a good lesson learned from the band with a legendary single list, including Go Now, Nights in White Satin, Tuesday Afternoon, Question, and Your Wildest Dreams. The band has sold 70 million albums worldwide. It includes 18 platinum and gold LPs. They were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2018. The Moody Blues, what a band. Now let's do some remembering. Remembering the top 100 rock albums of the 1980s, and tonight's number 3 on my list, it's Against the Wind by Bob Seger, 1980, a 2-time Grammy winner that's knocked Pink Floyd's The Wall off of the top of the charts. Against the Wind found its strengths in Bob Seger's balladry rather than his typical meat and potatoes rockers. Also got a birthday shout out to John Wolters. Yeah, he was the drummer with Dr. Hook and the Medicine Show from 1973 to 1982, and then again 1983 to 1985, and then he finally left planet Earth in 1997. I got a fun fact. Known for their novelty songs, ballads, and soft rock, the band's second single, the cover of Rolling Stone, 1972, from their Sloppy Seconds album, was another million-selling disc, poking fun at the idea that a musician hadn't made it if they had been pictured on the cover of Rolling Stone magazine. Halfkind visited Jan Wenner, one of the founders of Rolling Stone, proclaiming, "I've just given you guys the best commercial for this rag that you'll ever get." Well, Wenner then sent Cameron Crowe, who later wrote and directed Jerry Maguire, but he was 16 years old, to interview the band for issue 131, March 1973. So Dr. Hook and the Medicine Show appeared on the cover of the Rolling Stone magazine, I'll bet in a caricature rather than in a photograph. In the United Kingdom, the BBC radio network refused to play the cover of Rolling Stone because it considered doing so would be advertising a trademark name, which was against the BBC's policy. Previously, the Kinks had to change Coca-Cola to Cherry Cola in their song Lola to get around the rule. CBS Records responded by setting up a phone line that would play the song to anyone that would dial in, which helped build the buzz. The BBC found itself able to play the song only after some of its DJs edited themselves shouting the words Radio Times, at the time a BBC-owned magazine, over Rolling Stone. And guys, that will wrap my rock news for this Tuesday. If you like my rock music news, then my Tuesday and Thursday 7:30 p.m. shows are the place to be. If you like rock and roll history, then turn on and tune into my daily dose of rock music history by checking out my Daily Dose playlist on my YouTube channel. You know where it's found, Barside Jive Live. Yay! Biology! My live music showcase is sponsored by Hip and Hippie. Hip and Hippie is a planet-loving company known for its high-quality, earth-friendly, 100% recyclable candle line and natural body care products. It's no wonder eco-supporting people love Hip and Hippie, hipandhippie.com. Well, guys, my guest today is Junie Moon. Junie is an award-winning guitarist from Harlingen, Texas. If you don't know, that's about as far south as you can get in Texas before you get into Mexico. After graduating from high school in 1982, Junie moved to Los Angeles, California, where he released 2 albums and performed at the world-famous venue, well, several. The Roxy, Gazzarri's, and my favorite, the Whiskey. In 2018, Junie put together a Jimi Hendrix tribute band and has been performing all over Texas, Oklahoma, and Arkansas at venues like Rock House Live in Memphis, the Acadia in Houston, Gas Monkey in Dallas, and the Shrine in Tulsa. Junie has performed in direct support of many top national acts like Quiet Riot, Bullet Boys, Tom Kiefer of Cinderella, Jackal, and most notably Guns N' Roses in 1987. Junie's most recent recordings can be downloaded at reverbnation.com/Junie Moon. For more information on Junie Moon, you can visit facebook.com/Junie Moon Rocks. That would be JUNIMOON Rocks. You know how to spell that part. All right. So let's welcome Junie Moon to Barside Jive Live. What's going on, Junie?
What's up?
How have you been, brother? How have you been?
Man, I've been good. We've been doing good. We've been, handling this situation with the virus, just sticking around the house and playing it safe.
Right.
How about you, man? Yeah. That's good.
Fuck COVID-19. Fuck COVID-19. Yeah, I'm done. This is a bunch of BS, man.
Hey, so we have a storm rolling in, and I'm over here looking out the window, and I see lightning, and it's supposed to get pretty windy and stuff.
Oh, I love stormy weather.
Yeah, it'll be headed your way later, very late tonight.
Oh, so it's coming south?
Yeah, it's gonna whip around your area.
Well, I got all my mowing done today, so I bring it on.
Right on. Hey, so hello out there. How's it going?
We're all good, Junie. We're all good. How are you dealing with this coronavirus thing?
Well, it's a serious thing, but you got to find, a little the light side of it. Especially with the kind of friends I have on Facebook.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm glad I don't have so many, and I do block them, and I do get rid of the ones that get a little too overboard. They get too how should I put it? They get a little too deep or too serious into the different topics. I mean, I'm a musician, and my page is for posting music stuff, and I try to keep things a little on the light side,
Dude, I posted a question today just for the hell of it.
Yeah.
Probably because I'm sick of it, is this. And seriously, because my thought process is eventually we're all going to get it. There's no one that eventually they're talking about a vaccine. I mean, maybe in a year. Everybody's going to get this crap before. I mean, we're going to be exposed to it.
If they haven't already had it, that's another thing that's out. The facts.
Right.
The facts aren't all there yet. But
right.
I know that a lot of friends are talking about how at the beginning of the year they got really sick. They were dying, and then they got over it, and they're like, well, maybe I already had that COVID-19.
It freaking exactly. So I'm not worried about it. If I get it. And if I'm healthy, I mean, there's a 99% survival rate. I'm not worried about it. If I was 99 and sickly, I might worry about it a little bit. But dude.
Yeah, but if you're 99 and sickly, man, by then you'd probably be fed up with life, all right?
Dude, I would not be doing this show. But I posted today, coronavirus, first word that comes to your mind, go. And you should read all the comments. I mean, people scam, hoax. I mean, it's like, it's crazy.
Yeah, I think the mentality, everybody's basically tired of,
right,
having to deal with the quarantine. Everybody's ready to come out and get back to normal and whatever that's going to be. And like I said, I try to keep it on my page. I try to keep it, on the light side.
Yeah.
If you go to my Facebook page, you'll see I post stuff that is meant to be funny or kind of open to debate, but on a kind of like a humorous side. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well,
like you, I'm sure, because I saw where you posted that, and I read some of the comments on there, and you have those people that are, kind of, it almost seems like they get angry, they get upset, and then you got the people that are, hey man, they're kind of rolling with it and joking around,
Right. So you started out, I guess, in LA playing those clubs.
Yeah, we started out in high school, actually, in the early 80s. In 1982, we had formed our first band. And, when we started playing music, it took a little while to find, the members, because we were covering bands like Iron Maiden and Judas Priest and Def Leppard. And in the early 80s, a lot of these bands that we were covering, they're pretty new. And we didn't have Google and all that stuff, so we were learning the parts by listening to the albums and taking the needle and moving it back and starting all over again, trying to get parts. And then if I was in charge of learning, like, let's say, the rhythm parts of the songs, I would show that to the rest of the band, show the band like what I learned, and the other guys would in turn show me like what they learned, and that's the way we put the songs together. But we were doing songs like Green Manalishi by Judas Priest. We were doing The Trooper. We were doing Def Leppard off the High and Dry. We were doing Wasted off the On Through the Night album by Def Leppard. Nobody was doing that, in my hometown, and we were doing it really. We're doing it justice, because we had a singer that was unbelievable, man. He could sing in the higher octaves, and he had a good stage presence. So we were the band, and our name got around, and we were like rock stars. I remember, going to school, and we were all in our black leather jackets, and everybody knew who we were. And so towards the end of the year, when we put this band together, and by the end of the year, everybody in the high school knew us. And Harlingen's high school, or Harlingen, isn't a small town. It's a fairly good sized town, and so there was a lot of kids in our high school. So towards the end of the year, I remember we were put in the it was like talent show. And the principal warned us. He said, you guys do 3 songs, and then you got to quit. And we're like, okay, no problem. But, we were very popular. And so we did our 3. And here, let me just say this. I remember we had a guy who was going to announce us, one of our friends, Preston. And Preston said, okay, I'm going to go announce you. I said, okay. I said, Preston, the principal said, do let the people know not to get off the bleachers. He doesn't want anybody on the basketball court. So tell them to stay on the bleachers. Okay. Preston went and got on the mic and said, all right, man, the band we've all been waiting for, and he said, Steel Heart, all right. And he said, everybody get off the bleachers, come on. man. And I'm like, I'm standing there and I'm staring. We're all looking at Preston like, oh my God, did he just say that? Then you hear the thunder, man, of the bleachers. You know that sound from people running.
Yeah.
And I mean, you're talking like 400 people or more running off them bleachers. It was just thunder, and I knew right then, man, we already screwed up.
Oh yeah.
So we went on and we did our 3 songs. Now everybody's like, we had our show planned out and everything, you know, because we're taking this serious. We wanted to put on a good show, and we had kind of practiced some of our moves and, you know, where we were going to stand on certain parts of the songs. And I remember the people had come up so close, like right up almost to where my mic was. So there was no room, you know, to do anything except stand there and play. So, you know, we did our 3 songs, and then my drummer, AJ, he kicks into a 4th song because everybody was just, you know, yelling and screaming. The other band that was participating in the talent show, they were on the other side of the gym, and they were standing on their amplifiers to watch us. They were standing on their amplifiers. They knew we'd won the crowd. If we would have stopped playing right then and not gone into that 4th song, we would have won that talent show. But instead, we won the crowd because we started that 4th song and we got it, and we started playing, man. Next thing you know, the principal had gone around the back and unplugged us.
Yeah.
And they disqualified us, and everybody was boo boo, whatever, you know. What a great memory, and just about everybody that you know was in our class to this day, they still remember. You know, if they run into me, you know, they'll say, "Hey, man, I remember that high school battle talent show, man." And I'm like, "Wow, man, here we are, 30-some, almost 40 years." 35 years, man, and people still remember that. It was amazing.
That's crazy. Did you ask Preston, what the hell, dude?
I never did. In fact, that's funny that we're talking about Preston, because just the other day, a friend of mine from back in high school, he said, he posted on Facebook, "Does anybody know where Preston is these days?" You know, so I think we're trying to locate him, and if we find him, I will ask him, you know, what were you thinking?
What were you thinking?
But, you know, I mean, it was rocking.
Yeah, because that's exactly what I was thinking. If he was to give the perfect answer to you when you ask him that question, he'd say, "Dude, rock and roll."
Yeah, yeah, rock and roll, and
absolutely.
And you know, we did that, and you know, we were the band. Everybody was hiring us. We were. Some of the members in the band were too young to play the bars, but we had parents that wouldn't let the bars deny us the stage. We had gotten a booking at a local bar music venue that all the bands, you know, all the top-notch bands played at, you know, and we got the booking. So we showed up to load in, and the bar owner, he's like, "Well, you guys can't play here. You know, this guy, you know, how old is this guy? How old are you guys?" "Well, you know, we're not old enough, but so you guys can't play here." So we're like, "Oh crap!" But I believe it was our drummer's dad was with us, because he, you know, he was the one with the van or whatever who helped out with the loading in and stuff. Man, he went up to that bar owner and told him, "You gotta let him play, man. I mean, you know, whatever they said or however they worked it out." Next thing you know, he comes and says, "You guys are playing, you know, you guys are playing." And we went in there and you know, played for the crowd and won everybody over, you know. So we got to do so much during those early years. We opened up for Iron Butterfly, man.
Is that right?
At South Padre Island.
Wow.
Louis Gavril Productions. He's who put it together. Louis Gavril.
Wow.
We got to do that, and that was our first taste of, you know, doing a show with a headline band, you know, like a national band.
Right.
Well, international.
Yeah.
So, you know, I mean, all these little things. There were so many little things that just kept, you know, giving us the encouragement to to leave for LA, you know. I remember talking with my guitar player who, Carlos, we were trying to decide where we were going to go. It was like, we're done here, man. We've done everything we can do here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't want to spend another summer doing the same bars and playing for the same people. You know, we won the Battle of the Bands. It was called the Valley Battle of the Bands, and that's down in history too, because they put a story in the newspaper about our band. You know, because at the same time, you got to remember, we were young and we were still, you know, full of I don't know, angst, man. So somebody looked at us wrong or whatever. You know, we were gonna say, hey man, what you looking at? Whatever, get into fight. So at that Battle of the Bands, our roadie got into a fight, and next thing you know, it's just a huge brawl. And so the news was out there, you know, because they were covering the event, and they wound up putting the news of us winning, but going to jail at the same time. We got locked up, man, for fighting. So anyway, all these little things, you know, kind of kept encouraging us. So me and Carlos were like, we got to get out of here. What are we going to do? Are we going to go to New York, or are we going to go to California? Are we going to go to LA? Well, the reason we wound up going to LA was because I happen to have an uncle. I have family in Fresno, California. So he said, man, we can go to Fresno and then, you know, get to LA from there, you know. So in 1984, towards the end of 84, we just said, let's go, let's do it. Barely any money, you know, but we said it's time. Our drummer was too young, and his mom said, he ain't going nowhere with you guys, man. So we left for California without a drummer, and so we had to find a drummer out in California, and we found a good one, Tony O. If you look him up, he wound up playing for some very big bands. Huh. You know, but yeah, we wound up having to, you know, rehearse and get everything. When we left, we were a cover band, and we had probably, man, 4 or 5 hours worth of music. So we moved to LA. And by the time we moved, we had about 10 or 12 originals, and that's all we wanted to do now. That was part of the thing, you know. Let's get out of here and let's take our original music, you know. Well, we wound up in LA, and I wound up having to, you know, sleep in an alley in a truck one night. I mean, those rock and roll stories that you'd read in the hit paraders and stuff, I wound up living one of them.
Yeah.
You know, we found a place to rehearse, and all our money went to that, but we didn't have money to, you know, stay anywhere. So we all kind of like figured some of us would sleep in a car, you know, because we had a Volkswagen Jetta, and then, you know, I wound up, well, you know, it's too crowded. I'm going to sleep in this truck that I found in the alley near the rehearsal studio, you know. So tough times, man. But let me tell you real quick. I'll tell you real quick. Something that was in our favor. We were out there and we were struggling. We're like, man, you know, we got to get gigs. So we come to find out, if we want to play on Sunset, you have to pay to play. Well, we're already broke. We don't have any money. And, you know, in LA, it's pay to play. The first gig we were looking for was at the Roxy. And the guy said, you bring $100 and I'll give you so many tickets, you sell them and you can make up $300, you know. You know, pay to play. No, that sucked. We don't have any money. So by that time, we had moved from Fresno. We were living in the LA area. We got lucky, and Carlos has discovered that one of his cousins lived in the LA area, and he had just moved into a house, and he had plenty of room for all of us. So there's luck, man, luck.
Oh yeah.
So we moved in with him, and the whole thing was he was like, yeah, man, I'll let you guys live with me. He goes, you guys bring the girls, man, bring the girls to my house. So then, and yeah, you guys could stay here, you know. I was like, well, that seems easy enough, right? You know, so we were. Did you hear that? Anyway, so
we lost you for a minute.
Yeah. Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you now, but we lost your audio for what happened. You have a lightning strike?
Oh, hey, we have a tornado warning, and I'm going to have to take shelter.
Oh, brother, okay. I'm sorry, Junie. You guys take care of me. We'll do it again sometime.
Yeah, I'll finish my story. I'll talk to you later.
Okay, brother. Golly, what a way to end the show. Yeah, well, it sounds like that bad weather is moving towards Dallas, guys. So we may be taking some shelter later in the night or early in the morning. But dang it, I wish Junie had a chance to play for us. But he does an awesome job with the Jimi Hendrix tribute stuff. He's very talented and does an amazing job with that stuff. So, but we'll get him back. We'll get Junie back on here when there's fairer weather. Guys, be sure to check out all of my shows, including my daily dose of rock history on YouTube. Just search Barside Jive Live. And I want to thank Jay and Jimmy, our production team, for all that they do behind the scenes to make us look good.
Appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Or not.
Appreciate it. I appreciate it.
But usually, yeah, they make us look good. Right, Jay?
Appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Anyway, be sure to check out my YouTube channel for my sheltered in place extreme isolation videos. They're pretty cool. And guys, we are out of here. I want to thank you again for hanging out with us this evening. We appreciate your support of what we are doing here and hope that you'll share us with your friends, your family, and your followers. And until next time, be kind to one another. Be real. Keep on rocking. And good luck, Junie Moon. Good luck, bro. We'll see you guys soon.
Hold on.
Have mercy.
BarsideJiveLive.com. That's BarsideJiveLive.com.
The zoo gives you rock for the senses.